Welcome back, everyone. I'm JTXRP, and today we're going to be taking a look at a great project on the XRPL. Of course, many of you are familiar with it. It is the Reaper, and it is the token that kills other tokens. And yep, death brings value to life is kind of their mantra. So we're going to be taking a look at the reaping here today that happened on March 26, 2022. Now it's very special today because obviously if you clicked on the thumbnail that you know what you probably really want to hear about is the free XRP. We're going to get to that, don't worry. But I do want to let you know that there is far more happening here than just free XRP. But we will be taking a look at the reaping and a little bit about what it is, how it was accomplished this time, how it differed from the past. And yeah, let's just get into it here. Without further ado, we'll get started. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Look at if you have a question, put it in the comments below. There's really cool stuff going on here with this project, and I'm super excited about it, as many of you probably already know. Let's get started here at all that this reaping encompassed. So first of all, it was a day of firsts. It was the first drip stimulus, which is probably why you're watching this video for the free XRP. And then, of course, probably the first time that every vote counted. So let's talk about this a second. Previously, the Reaper had a voting screen, and similar to, I'll just go back here real quick and you can go to voting here on their website, and you can see that they're taking another vote of whether or not to allow uh, something else to happen. We'll get into that later, but basically this is their voting screen, and they had 20 different options here, guys. And so previously to this, the one with the most votes counts or counted. So if you, like, for instance, if no was an option for to reap a coin, if it was like, let's say Zoj, for example, and Zoj got 76.94%, well, that token would be the only one reaped because it technically won the vote. But now that's not the case. Now there are several different, you can choose any different option you want for each coin to be reaped, and it doesn't matter whether you made 2% or 4% or 98% of the vote. The percentage of the tokens of that reaping will be allotted to the percentage of the vote that you accounted for. So I know it sounds a little complicated, but we'll get into it more here in a second, so stay with me. But basically now every vote counts is what I'm trying to get you to so just think about that for a second. Every vote counts. Whatever you choose will get reaped. That's what matters. Whatever you choose will get reaped. So the third thing, which I find this the most interesting, was Banca, an ERC20 token was reaped. And now up until this point, because mostly the XRPL community has been involved, and the Reaper token is on the XRP ledger. That's the blockchain it's on. Like this was most of the community, guys, but now we have Banca, the first ERC20 token, got reaped. So that's a huge first. Hopefully the Banca community, which I'm not familiar with Banca myself, but I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that right. But maybe they'll get involved, and maybe they'll be like, I want some Reaper tokens. I want it to get reaped again, because I think some pretty huge things happen for it. But we'll get into that here in a bit as well. But moving on, and a Viking funeral. And so this kind of threw me off a bit because this is not persistent through the rest of these things. And so if you don't know Reaper, what they do is they inflate their price by 1%, and we'll get into the portions of what all goes on. But basically, a portion of that token gets bought off the market and then sent to the issuing address, which destroys the token. And so now it appears like we had an issue with that. So we'll go into that here just now. All but one of the tokens voted on was reaped, which means that they were sent to that issuing address and the tokens were killed. XRPL coins has a specific wallet setting which disables deposits to the issuing address, which means in this case they could not be destroyed. So if we look down here further, we can see that the Reaper official, who's very good about communicating all the details about this, by the way, which is amazing. If XRPL coins has a specific burn wallet they want us to use, we'll use it. Or we will do so. If not, no worries. We will create a wallet and store them and permanently black hole it, which means black hole means that anything goes into there is destroyed. So if you're not familiar with that, but anything that goes into that wallet address, like, it's gone. It's gone forever. It might as well just be deleted. In other words, a Viking funeral in which they are set adrift and set ablaze on the river Styx. So that's their way of dealing with a token that has not happened up until now, that you can't send a token back to the issuing address. They will create one and destroy the tokens. Somehow these things are dying. Don't worry. Like there's no way of you can't avoid the Reaper. So again, a huge amount of firsts for this. And so if you are interested in free XRP, you can probably get it every time that there is a reaping. Now, right now, those are happening every 2 weeks. So, I mean, I got my free XRP. We'll take a look at it here in a bit. But let's look at, again, the different options that were voted upon. This is on their website under articles. You can go see the reaping events, and this is the March 2022. So we can see here that these were the options that you could vote on. Again, every vote had mattered. So if I voted 2% for Zoge, that 2% that I voted for, the part of the reaping would purchase tokens equal to 2% of the 1% of the inflation price. And then it would, I'm probably getting this wrong a little bit, guys, but basically tokens would be purchased for Zoge and sent to the issuing address, destroying them, basically. So if you, whether 2%, 4%, or whatever, a portion of the reaping would be allotted to that percentage, and then those tokens would be bought and then be reaped. So that's what's important here. So let's take a look at the voting here real quick. It started on the 24th. You had to the 25th and a little bit into the 26th before it stopped. And then the reaping what happened, and I think they're doing all this manually now, so or at least for the moment. So that was probably a lot of work for them. So good job, guys. And then of course the drip, which everyone's probably focused on, and that's what happened. So let's go into a little bit about how the reaping has changed. Now in the past, this sliver down here, the 1.5 Reaper Financial, actually, let me take a step back here real quick. So every reaping, what happens is the Reaper token inflates the price, the number of tokens by 1%. And so then that 1% is used in the following way. So 48.5% goes towards the reaping. And what that means is that let's say you go vote on a token, like I said before, that 2%, let's say you have 2% of the overall supply, and you vote that 2% on, I'm just going to say Zoge again, because that seems to be very popular. You vote that 2% on Zoge. And so a portion, your 2% of that 48.5%, will be bought off the market and then sent to the issuing address, destroying that Zoge. And so that's what happens with that 48.5%. The 1.5% is used for the Reaper team. And so we'll get into what these numbers actually came out to here in a bit, but I want you guys to see again how this works. 25% goes directly to the drip payout stimulus. And so what that is that's XRP, guys, that we are getting directly to the drip. Like that goes to us that are holding Reaper. All you have to do is hold Reaper. I think there is like a certain amount, but it's extremely low. Like I don't think you're gonna have to worry about not getting enough. But so every reaping, you should be receiving XRP for your Reaper. And if there is a detail or something that in terms of a minimum amount, I'll let you know. But we'll get into more of the drip here in a second. So bear with me. 25% to interest-bearing account for the future drip payouts. So the previous idea of the drip is that the XRP goes into an account, and then eventually we will get dripped the interest from that to us, and that was the drip. But now they're just taking 25% going directly to us, and then 25% going into the interest-bearing account instead. So that's a little bit about what's going on here, and we'll move on because this is what you should expect right now. But this is a bi-weekly reaping, and of course we're earning passive income just by holding Reaper token. So it's pretty awesome. And I've already kind of gone into this a bit, so I'll just go ahead and skip it. So this is what the numbers actually came out to, guys. So I was looking at this previous screen. This is what the actual numbers came out to in their Twitter post. So the seventh reaping is complete. The total funds generated was 27,766. So that is, this whole pie was 27,766. Go back to here. 48.5% was that. And the reaping of 20 tokens in voting shares. 1.5% goes to the operating fees for the team. 25% goes to the drip stimulus. and 25% goes to the permanent drip fund. All right. So that's how things actually came out, guys. And let's take a look at here. So this is the drip, and this is what I find really interesting. This is where we're starting at. Okay, guys, I just want to put this in perspective. Like, again, none of this is financial advice. Always do your own research, but this is extremely cool to me. I've always been trying to figure out ever since I found out about XRP, if you dig into it, doing your own research, this is extremely amazing to me because I'm trying to figure out how to get more of it. And this is like one of the best ways that I am aware of. And if you know another one, let me know. And I've even done a video with what is it, William from Zoj, and he is showing me how to mine XRP. So go check out that video on my channel whenever it's up. But this is the easiest way that I know of. So you are literally holding Reaper, and this is the first strip stimulus, and you get 0.000667 XRP paid to you for every RPR you hold. And now it doesn't seem like a lot. In fact, that seems extremely small. But Reaper's price right now is extremely low, or has been, especially since the fall in the market here recently. So, I mean, you can gain a ton of Reaper, I think pretty easily, but again, not financial advice. Maybe the market's changing, but since this announcement, guys, I did an AMA with the Reaper team, and like it was on the 19th. And this is when we announced the drip, guys. So again, even though it's still extremely early in the project, I think this is what's happening. We announced the drip on the 19th. This is what has happened to the price since people could figure out they're getting passive XRP drip to their wallets. Like, boom. So it's really interesting. The drip has started. A lot of people are interested in it. Eventually, the Reaper is going to allow you to reap debt and not just other tokens. So I can't imagine what the chart will look like whenever they announce that they're going to start that. They've easily exceeded their timeline so far for the things that they said they're going to do. But again, free XR, well, it's not free XRP. You're holding Reaper. You've made some investment into that. So still, free XRP, guys. Cannot talk about that enough. So these are the reaping results. And so another thing I love about the Reaper team is that they're very good at documenting what's going on and with the different reapings that they do. And so this is the most complicated one because, again, before there was only one token that after everyone voted got chosen, and that was what was reaped. And you can go check out my previous reaping retros if you want to see about that. But again, this week's reaping results in many coins experiencing the Reaper effect. All receipts for the reaping are available for review, as well as the initial numbers for reference. With the launch of our updated voting rules, these coins experienced price rises and various volatility, but in the end, they're left with a lower supply and new investors. One coin appreciated 177% from our purchase alone. Those coins will never see the market again. The Reaper comes for all. Stay tuned for the next round of voting for more excitement. Again, very small, concise, well-put article. These were all the coins and the totals that were reaped. So you can see that Zoj was a lot, of course, and you can see the addresses they were sent to, the funds of Reaper from the allotment that I previously stated, the percentage of that, and the votes that were allotted to them because the voting page has already been used for something else. So, but again, I'll put the link to this update or in the description. You can go look at it. It has all the different transaction summaries. Proof that they've done this, guys, is on the ledger. These are the transaction hashes. Like, you can go and do your own research and look at it if you're wanting to know more. The only thing, again, they had an issue with was that one was XRPL coins. They couldn't, and so they had to create another wallet to destroy it. But again, I trust the team. They're doing good stuff. They're always under promising, over delivering. So super proud of them. They should be too. And again, this is also something that happened that I thought was worth noting because it kind of got tied to the reaping. So the reaping happened. The 28 trillion of the dev fund that Zoj held got reaped, I think, previously, and plus this 300 billion. Someone had, and this again, I'm reading down here. Patrick, the CEO of Reaper, said, I forgot to mention that someone had sent 300 billion Zoj to the Reaping wallet. So I went ahead and added that to those for today's Reaping. So that got added. I just want to put that in for posterity and for the record. And also, guys, there's some really cool Reaper tokens that are being out. There's a contest going on. I really hope I get one of these things. They look amazing, and I know it's small. It's a really, but I really want like coins. I don't know where I can get them. Maybe you can post them in the comments below where I can get coins like this, and hopefully I win one. But yeah, I think these are going to be pretty huge and awesome and great to share with friends. And I kind of want it on a keychain. I feel like I'm going to lose it, but maybe that's just me. Maybe that's some of the swag they can come out with. And then, of course, we have Steven and Patrick going out. I believe the whole team did, but uh, they, I think, went out to go look for some funding. And I think they're talking to some people. So I'm really hoping to hear cool stuff happening here. I'm sure that the team has some great prospects and looking forward to learning more at the right time. But yep, I wonder what the outcome of that trip was. We'll find out, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this look at the past reaping. Let me know if you have any questions below. If there's something I didn't cover, something I forgot. That's what great. That is what's great about the community. It's a community, and we all help each other, right? So make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more Reaper content, as well as XRP and XRPL projects. But I'm JTXRP. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.